Here you have a villain who made one selfish decision a long time ago, is damned for an eternity, regrets the choice that he made, and feels so much shame that he's disassociated from his past identity, and encounters a hero who sees something good in him, which allows that discarded identity to be reborn once again in an act of redemption. Of course, I'm not just talking about Jinu of K-Pop Demon Hunters, but also Darth Vader. Watching K-Pop Demon Hunters for the first time, it struck me that Jinu is in almost every way a beat-for-beat recreation of Anakin Skywalker underneath the armor of Darth Vader. In that similarity lies a lesson about the positive role empathy can play in bringing lost souls back to the light and offering believable redemption arcs on screen. The original sin for Anakin was his inability to give up control over externals.
You're not all-powerful.
Well, I should be.
His fear about losing Padme drives him to commit atrocities in the hope of gaining new power in a deal with the devil. Of course, he ends up being the one to cause Padme's death, and in the fallout, Anakin finds himself trapped in a mechanized Iron Maiden that unnaturally sustains his life far beyond what would have been possible if he had been left to die on Mustafar. He is trapped. Learning of Luke Skywalker and meeting him face to face begins to unravel something in Darth Vader. He can see for the first time in decades who he used to be, and it creates conflict that is intensified when Luke starts making active appeals to the lost humanity of Vader.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
It is the name of your true self.
Asserting that Anakin Skywalker is alive, and there is good in him. Jinu is in the same trap. He sold his soul to Guima for a life of comfort and wealth, and now has lived for 700 plus years as one of his demon vanguard. You can glean from the movie that he hates Guima and only loves himself in so much as he's suppressing the memory of his past life. His motivation in K-Pop Demon Hunters is to stop the hunters in exchange for Guima wiping away his memories, his shame, so he can at least be unconflicted and comfortable in his eternity of hellish servitude. This is not a luxury ever afforded to Darth Vader. They both serve unhappily and trapped. You have to wonder what Vader is thinking about in all of those images of him staring out into space and watching Luke's torture in Return of the Jedi. He remembers everything and wishes that he didn't. On this channel, I have criticized many times the pitfalls of endless toxic empathy. This is a brand of empathy that overly identifies with the personal pain of evil characters and results in excusing their deeds and the empathizer losing a sense of clear right and wrong in the process. The correct mode of empathy is what you see in Star Wars numerous times, with its masked dark side characters and the heroes who focus on the human beneath the mask. This is important because people lost in darkness, sin, and cycles of evil often work overtime to shed their past lives and social connections in hopes that they can be unconflicted in their addictions or their crimes. In my book, How the Force Can Fix the World, that's outlined in a chapter on how young gang members in America's most violent prisons are known to bury their past identities and build new ones within the gang, because the trauma and pain they experience is only possible to endure if they are secure in a new identity designed to thrive in that dog-eat-dog environment. That's why Sith must kill their old self. You can't be free within the dark side if you're conflicted or remember who you actually are. Jinu is rocked by the empathy of Rumi in their duet, Free. Even though his intention was to manipulate her and wedge Rumi apart from her bandmates, her recognition of his humanity causes a rupture in his commitment to Guima. He lies to Rumi about his life because he's ashamed of it, as is Darth Vader, who knows good and well that his actions killed the love of his life and he thought an unborn child. He does know that Palpatine manipulated him, but he's powerless in a metal suit to do anything about it. He gives up for a long time and embraces the monster he's become. As Jinu sings in the song Free, positive empathy has this effect on people. You see who they truly are. You tell that person that they've done evil and they can choose to do evil no more. Villains just often convinced themselves
It is too late for me, son.
and that love and hope are extinguished for good. A hero shows them that this is untrue. You can always go home. Redemption is in the cards, and you can't change what happened, but you can change. Jinu and Vader both die in essentially the same fashion, as their tormentors and founts of guilt, Guima and Palpatine, attack the person who saw goodness in them. They reassociate with their true self and protect the hero. Vader, his son, and Jinu guards Rumi, and they both pay the price accordingly, but it is what truly frees them. Luke wants to save Vader's life, as does Rumi for Jinu, but both will die and tell the hero that they are saved already.
I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
You already have.
I wanted to set you free.
You did. You gave me my soul back.
Because someone believed in them enough to take a chance on them. Positive empathy can be quite dangerous. It puts your safety on the line to see humanity in a lost soul, and it does not always end well. Toxic empathy, on the other hand, tends to carry no risk to the sympathizer. It's more about stroking their own ego and a need to feel enlightened, like you've eaten from the fruit of the tree of knowledge. Maybe this is why K-Pop Demon Hunters has resonated as strongly as it has. The story is familiar. Star Wars told this tale of a spiritual fall and a redemption better than any other modern story, and you'll see it replayed almost beat for beat with Jinu and Rumi. Take a risk on people. Believe in the person that they were. Believe in objective good. Communicate that, and you can show people the road away from evil and back to themselves. Thanks for watching Geeky Stoics.